And good morning, everyone. My name is Angel Lau. This is PTIA April meeting. I'd like to give a shout out to Executive Board right now, Rania, the VP, Steve, my co-president, Sue Tang, past president, Janet and Kristen, our awesome secretaries, and Dawn, our treasurer, not to mention all of our fantastic committee members today. Dawn has got to skate to go to work, so I am going to hand it over to Dawn and let her get her report out of the way.
Do you see my spreadsheet? Everyone's still seeing it?
Yep.
Sweet. Okay. I apologize for moving up in the agenda. As Angel said, I do have to go to work. And I'm going to stay on afterward as long as possible, but at work, a lot of times my life is not my own. We have taken in nothing more for membership dues for donations. The International Academy Foundation dissolved their foundation and divided up the proceeds between the three IAs. From that, we received a $59,000 donation from them, and the executive board and the administration of the school is currently looking at ways to spend that appropriately. From passive program income, again, people, Amazon Smile, Kroger, please get the instructions are on the website. We are taking in $572 for that. Tile project sales, the tile, this was from 2020. We just had a errant tile project sale come in. We have a total net revenue at this point of $76,236.67. From there, disbursements, health and wellness generously donated part of their budget towards the senior all-night party, of a little bit of money out there, but they are currently spending, and they have $1,665 that have been spent so far. Facility expense, we're expecting to have a little bit more money on this line spent towards trees and other facility items coming up this spring. Governmental and bank fees. This is just a governmental fee that we had out there. Olympics didn't spend hardly any money last fall. Insurance bond, we had some increase of insurance bond, and we will be increasing this budget line for next year. This is to help cover for general liabilities. Miscellaneous expense, we bought stamps. Teacher appreciation, we have overrun the line of teacher appreciation at this point. I even got rid of the difference line at that point because of it. I don't know whether or not we're going to be doing any more appreciating for these in the spring for the teachers. Teacher grants, this line was artificially increased $5,000 from the, it was to $23,500, but we didn't put on the budget line because it wasn't an approved budget. It was a directed donation that increased it to $23,500. But even with that, we were asking for teachers to come up with ideas for teacher grants, and so then the line became a little bit flush at the end of the year. We will not be doing any more teacher grants, as far as I know, before the end of the year. Site fee. The site fee, we had last year for senior all night party, there was a $1,500 refund that Mary Kay Chan got back from the venue, and the board also decided to give the senior all night party committee $1,500 towards their event this year as a grant, as a one-time only grant, because it was so late in the year and they were going to be unable to do any fundraising. But senior all night party is currently proceeding. The expenses, originally it was going to be at Kensington. I've been told that that deposit has been requested back. Now the senior all night party is going to be happening at Lifetime Fitness in Rochester, and we have sent them a deposit for that. So our net cash flow at this point is $50,750. We have a balance currently of $89,000. Does anybody have any? Okay, and if you have any questions, I will try to figure out how to put my email address in the chat. And And I just want to do a shout out to Laura Dobrinsky. Hopefully I'm saying that last name correctly. She will be the new treasurer for next year. And so the transition point will be happening relatively soon. I'm going to start having conversations with her, but it's really going to ramp up over the summer for the creation of the fall budget. I will still be around. My youngest will be a senior next year, but Laura will be taking over the reins of these exciting spreadsheets for everyone. So thank you again, Laura.
Yeah,
And okay, that's all I've got.
Yay, Laura, way to step up. Welcome to the team, sister. We're happy to have
Thank
you.
you.
Happy to have you. Okay, thanks, Dawn, for that. If you have to skate to work, we totally get it and we appreciate you. Dr. Smith, you want to take it from here?
Sure thing. And actually, I'm not sure if Dawn's still on, if she's the right person to ask, but as I'm thinking about heading into May and June here and getting our current 8th graders online and getting their parents into PTIA, I guess, so this is just a question of do we have any links or like materials ready to go so that when 8th graders are going through their enrollment process with IA, that they get the link, that says join PTIA. Because I know every year, so sometimes we're ahead of that ball and sometimes we're behind it.
Yeah, this year we definitely need to be a little bit more ahead of it than last year, because we were scrambling with Bloomfield Hills to put Community Pass online. This year we will be much more ahead of it in order to try and get the links ready in advance. But I don't know when they normally start populating Community Pass for the new year, because I know out there right now is everything for the senior all night party and for various things, along with all of the other schools. So we don't want our join up to get lost in the foray. I believe it is also out there currently. So it is still out there, how to join PTIA at IA. So maybe it's simply, if they're planning to leave it and we just update the school year, then it shouldn't be that much of an issue just to provide a link. So that's a good question. I will make note of it. And Laura will make note of it too.
Hey, Dawn. So thinking on that, do we want to use both the Community Pass option and the option that has just the Google form with the ability to pay through PayPal?
Honestly, so the problem with PayPal this year, so we gained a lot of people that like to use PayPal. And so we want to open up every opportunity we can to get paid for memberships. The problem with PayPal and the problem with the Google form is that there were several people that promised to pay and never paid.
Oh.
So there is a stalking that has to happen for those people that, commit to paying, but then don't actually pay. So I don't know of a good way around that if we only use Community Pass, because I know that some people want to write checks, some people pay with cash. And if we eliminate the ability for PayPal, then we're going to eliminate a lot of the ability for people to choose the way they wish to pay. So we can have that discussion offline, but I personally would still like to keep it. I'll have a conversation with Laura as to what her preferences will be. But if we eliminate methods for people to pay, then I fear that we will eliminate members.
Yeah, let's take this. Yeah, let's take this offline. We learned a lot last year with Angela Lewis in the district. So, I mean, she'll button it up. Thank you, Dr. Smith, for bringing it up. Between Janet Raymond and the parent mentoring program and the 8th grade packet going out, Community Pass, I think we're buttoned up. Steve, you made a note of that?
I did.
Fantastic. Okay. Hit it, Dr. Smith.
All right, super. Well, it's nice to see everybody this morning. So we're we're now in the 4th quarter. This is fourth quarter is so funny because you start 4th quarter and then you have 2 weeks left with seniors. So the seniors, they have Thursday and Friday are their 2 regular day of classes. So this week is definitely kind of our high water mark as far as in-person student attendance. We're probably right under about 400 students. Probably on Thursday and Friday will be just over 400 students who are attending in person. and then with another 200 students who are choosing to attend, either completely remotely, or we have some students who are coming in just 2 days a week right now. Yeah, but it's nice to see all those students back. It's really nice to see the seniors. A lot of these seniors we have not seen that much in person for over a year, so they've grown up a lot. Excuse me, over the last year, and it's great to have them back this week, even if it's just for a short time. Before they have their last official day of classes on Friday, and then get ready for their IB exams, which then actually start late the following week. With the IA governance body, not a lot of big updates there. I think that there's 12 out of 13 districts that have approved the new language for the consortium agreement. I think West Bloomfield was the only outlier, and I think they had a board member who just had some questions. We had a governance meeting last week where we were able to provide some nice updates about where we're headed with the rest of the year. It was also an opportunity for some students, not so many, I don't think any really from the Okma campus, but from other students to express concerns just about IB exams and how those will be implemented in the coming weeks here. And then we'll have one more governance council, at least one more governance council before the end of this year. But like everything in the last year, we're assuming that meeting will sort of set everything for next year, and we hopefully won't have to have any meetings over the summer. But like everyone else, we're always hesitant to be too reliant on that crystal ball right now. This summer, it's pretty exciting. There's going to be a lot of renovations around the building. And so when we say June 18th is our last day, it's like we're literally getting kicked out of the building for a few weeks. On the afternoon of June 18th, there's going to be, signs outside the building that say really don't come in at all for a couple of weeks, so they can do the appropriate remediation on the building. But we're getting a new ISC floor, new curtains in the ISC, carpet in the ISC classroom, which will be really nice. In the hallways, we're taking out about 75% of our lockers. And those lockers are going to be replaced. Most of them are going to be replaced with nice benches in the hallway and a new paint job in the hallways as well. So we're really looking forward to that. The whole north end of the building, so the whole, basically the original part of the old elementary school, is getting new windows, which will be really nice to update those windows, just to make them more functional and more pleasing to the eye. And those are original windows. So we're looking forward to that update as well. And then 108 at long last is finally getting its own HVAC unit. So 108 is right in the front of the building, and it's cold in the winter and it's hot in the summer. And so it's getting its own rooftop HVAC unit to finally address all those issues in 108. So the good news is that the building should be in really good shape by the time that we get to the first day of school on August 17th. Which kind of leads me into my next things about the calendar for next year. So we're really hoping that they're all done by August 11th, so that we can have new student orientation on August 12th. But we might be doing some of those new student orientations outside on the field, or might be even doing some of them on Zoom if they're still putting the finishing touches on the building on August 12th, and then the Friday after that, August 13th. But I guess, thinking of that and looking at the calendar for next year, that August 12th is obviously going to be a big date. That's our new student orientation. That'll be the first picture day, which, normally 2/3 to 75% of our students get their pictures done on that day. I know in the past, and our plans were a little foiled by the pandemic, but we've done some PTIA welcomes and parent welcomes, mainly for the new 9th grade parents on that day. So we'll definitely plan on doing something on August 12th as well. And then like I said, our first day of school is scheduled to be Tuesday, August 17th. And like in previous years, the plan then is to run the first essentially 4 weeks of school will all be 4-day weeks. So that first week of school with August 17th, that's a Tuesday through Friday week. And then the 2 subsequent weeks are Monday through Thursday weeks. And then you have the week after Labor Day, which is a Tuesday through Friday week. So it's always nice. You start off with those 4-day weeks, get kids back into the swing of things. And pretty much all of our like major schedule items, when breaks are going to be, when parent teacher conferences are going to be, half days, things like that. They're all updated through the first semester now on the IA Today website and calendar. So as families, are making those plans for the fall and figuring out everything that they're going to do, really, through the end of first semester, so around January 20th of 2022, everything is pretty much updated now on the IA Today website. So families can use that as a reference to make all those plans. Any questions?
Could you give us a quick bond update, Dr. Smith?
I don't think I have, any major updates. I know that Bloomfield Hills, the district is, I think for the next 2 years is focused pretty intensively on the 2 middle school campuses that they're going to, I think be building / renovating. And so my understanding is then looking at the next part of the bond will really be in 2023 after they've completed the construction / renovation of those middle school campuses.
Any other questions for Dr. Smith this morning?
Looks like we have one.
Yes, I do. Hi, so maybe it's obvious, but after those first 4 weeks, will it then go back to a full 5-day-a-week in-person schedule?
Yep.
No asynchronous Wednesdays?
Yep. So yeah, the current plan then is for the second week after Labor Day. Then we go back to the original rotating 8A, B day, 5-day a week in-person schedule.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other questions? All right. Thank you, Dr. Smith. All right. PTIA announcements. We are currently updating our bylaws. They are on our website for all to view. Please send any recommendations to our email, and we'll be voting on those in our next meeting in May. Also, nomination committee, if anyone wants to step up to the plate, again, please send an email to ptiaokma@gmail.com. We'll also be voting in our new members on the May meeting. Senior all-night party. Oh, I'm sorry. Parent mentor program. Hey, Janet, you want to take over from here?
Yes, good morning. My name is Janet Raymond, so you can probably see there on Zoom. This is our first year for the Parent Mentor Program, and I think it was very successful. We had great participation, both from our current families as mentors and from our new families. I figure that about half of the incoming families who didn't already have students at the IA or had students at the IA in the past participated. So I think that is awesome for a first year out. We are looking ahead to next year. And to that end, since this was our first year, I'd love to get some feedback from folks who participated, both as mentors and mentees. So last Friday, I sent an email out to the mentors and asking you if you wanted to come back next year and be a mentor again. And also, if you have any feedback, I'm always about continuous improvement. So if there's anything that you think would improve the program, definitely please let me know. It's a Google form that I sent out, and the only required thing is, are you coming back or not? Everything else is optional, so don't feel like you're being roped into a 15-minute form or anything like that. So if any of my mentors are on here, take a look for your email, and I'll probably send that out again this week. I did hear back from a few people with some great response, so thank you for that. For the current 9th grade families who have been involved in the mentor program, hopefully in the next week or so, I will be sending a Google form out to you to get your feedback as well, what you liked about the program, ways that you think it could have been improved this year. Of course, next year will be different since hopefully we'll be back fully in person, and hopefully we'll be able to be engaged more face-to-face instead of just online and on email. But I will also open that up to those who are 9th grade families this year. If you want to join and be a mentor next year, we would greatly appreciate that and welcome you aboard. For those who weren't involved at all, if you are still interested in being involved, I will probably put it out in the newsletters before the end of the year that we'll be recruiting new mentors. So keep an eye out for that, or just send me a note. So that's what I've got. Thanks.
Super proud of this committee. This is a pilot program this year. Janet and Tracy and Jen have done an amazing job. I mean, I think the IA is a really unique school. We're a commuter school. A lot of kids coming into the school. It's a new transition for them. It's also a new transition for parents. I think this program is fantastic, particularly during COVID. I think it decreases a lot of anxiety about transition and change, and it increases connection and support. So we need that now more than ever. So if you haven't participated in this program, I highly encourage you to. It just has more sense of school community. So thanks again, Janet, Jen, and Tracy for getting this together. It has certainly been a huge benefit to our school community. Next committee report, senior all-night party. Sarah, are you on the call?
Yes, I am.
Fantastic.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so we have the senior all-night party planned for June 4th. It's going to be at Lifetime Fitness, Rochester Hills. We're doing it from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. Check-in starting at 10:30. The kids are going to have basketball, swimming, volleyball, rock wall climbing. We've hired a DJ. We have a photo booth. And yeah, I mean, so I plan on, I know it's going to be a blast for the kids. We have how many 11 volunteers right now for the night, trying to get about 20. So I think we'll get there. And then everything else has been donated as far as the things that we have on the Sign Up Genius. And we're looking good to go. Oh, Angel, can I just talk about the yard signs real quick too?
Absolutely, please.
Yeah, so the yard signs for the graduates, they should be ordered this week. And the school, and I know Dr. Smith, you're on here. Thank you so much for donating towards this and covering the entire cost for the yard signs for our graduates this year.
Fantastic. Sounds like a great party.
Yeah, thanks.
Any questions for the senior all-night party?
I have a question.
Yes.
Are the seniors planning to come back to the school building after June 4th? For anything?
No. So the transportation for that night, if that's what you're asking, is everybody is going to get there on their own. We're not using a bus transportation.
No, that's not what I mean at all. I'm talking about the coronavirus and the fact that they're gathering. Are they going to physically be back at the school building during the week after the party?
No.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know. Thank you.
Fantastic, Sarah. We can't thank you enough for all your work. And I know Mary Kay Chan is really, you guys have just been putting one foot in front of the other. I can't thank you enough for grabbing this and just making it such a great time for the kids. Thank you so much, Sarah.
No problem. Thanks.
Next on our list is teacher appreciation update. Lisa or Holly, are you guys on the call? Oops. Okay, I'll give a quick update. They are Johnny on the spot. They have been such great committee members. They sent out a Google form to the teachers because sometimes it's like, especially during coronavirus, hold on a second, we are kind of guessing, what do the teachers want? I don't know, do they want a lunch? And so, oh, here's Lisa. Lisa, are you there? Hi, Lisa.
Hi there. I'm so sorry I'm late.
That's okay. We're just teeing you up. Would you like to talk about teacher appreciation?
I sure would. So,
I was just bragging about you. You can take over.
okay, sorry about that. So, I don't know if you've discussed this already, but we did a survey to the teachers to ask them, you know, of the initiatives we've done over the last year, which ones they preferred. And basically the results are that of the three that we've done, so we did a gift card, we did a fruit basket, And then we also asked about the in-person lunch. And the results were that they, for the most part, it was mixed, but for the most part, teachers preferred the gift card, followed by the in-person lunch, followed by the fruit basket. And then we asked them what sort of gift cards they wanted if we were to do a gift card. And that was also mixed, but for the most part, some people said they liked Amazon, some people said they didn't like Amazon. But I would say that the one that was most frequently mentioned as a gift card they would like was Target, which is what we did for the holiday teacher appreciation. So where we are now is that we need to decide what we're going to do for the year end. For the year end activity, which we would normally do an in-person catered lunch. That's what we've done in the past. But given the situation with COVID and that sort of thing, we're not sure if that's a good idea or not, especially with the cases being so high right now. If we were to do something, we could consider doing a lunch outside, or maybe doing something else, a smaller thing, like we have talked about potentially doing like an ice cream truck, and then maybe giving the kids, the teachers and staff a small gift card. So that's something that we're discussing and debating right now. And the other issue that we also have to discuss is the budget. We did spend more than we normally would for the first two initiatives for a few reasons. One, because we know the teachers are working so hard right now. We really want to make sure we recognize them and let them know how much they are appreciated. But also because in years past, we've asked for donations from parents. And we made the decision not to do that so far this year, but that is also something we could consider to help fund the year-end initiative. So that's the update.
Any questions for Teacher Appreciation Committee? All right. Thank you, Miss Lisa Nardone, for all your hard work. And we'll keep an ear to the ground about how parents can continue to support our fantastic staff.
Okay, great.
Thanks, Lisa. Shirley, any updates on brain breaks? Shirley on the call? Shirley?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, I'm muted. Okay, for the brain breaks, for similar issue about the food that we usually do provide the snacks and food and donated by parents, and but I think now with the COVID, I confirmed with Dr. Smith that school is not allowed to provide any food from outside, and only the food department. So I'm thinking to brainstorming to see if we can order food from the food department just to provide something during the last week for the brain breaks. We'll keep updates with the information.
Creative thinking, Miss Shirley. Fantastic. That sounds like a good option to explore. So thank you, Miss Shirley, for all your hard work on this. We certainly appreciate it. And thank you for the update. Any questions about brain breaks? Nope.
I have one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still online. I'm sneaking on here, doing multitasking. Were the brain breaks, was there anything from the brain breaks in prior years for the IB exams, or was it only for the final exams at the end of the year?
I think it's for the final exam.
It's only for the final exams.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Good question. Maybe we should look at that next year, huh? Next person, health and wellness. Sue, are you on the call? Sue Tang? Oh, I'll give an update. If she hops on, that's fine. So Health and Wellness Committee just had its last, can you talk, sister? Nope, okay, anyway. Would you like to give an update? You're on mute. Unmute.
Hello. We had our last speaker series, the Pathway to College, and we had the most attendance that we have for any of our speakers, and based on the feedback that we've already gotten. So thank you for all those people that filled out an evaluation. We were looking at it. Everybody was super excited about Alicia Jenke and all the information they provided. If you missed the presentation, we did record it. And so if you go to the PTIA website, there is a link for both her slides as well as the recording. but based on the evaluation, everybody wants more. They're like, oh, love the information, we want more. So the Health and Wellness Committee is going to get together, and we're going to be planning our speaker series for next year. So we'll make sure to listen to what you said and provide some more college information. The one thing that I saw that people really were interested in is doing a mock application presentation. So you would go over different applications, and the college rep would highlight what admissions counselor sees. But we've had a great year. We've had a diverse number of speakers and activities. Oh, and then the other thing that Health and Wellness is doing to round out the year is Monday yogas. Monday yoga is available right after school outside for both students and staff. So hopefully you will get your kid out there to enjoy some sunshine and some relaxation out on the lawn. Up Dog Yoga is providing an instructor, and last year Shay was fabulous. She was so good and uplifting, along with great stretches. So hopefully you can encourage your kids to stay after school Mondays starting in May.
Thank you, Sue. Didn't mean to put you on the spot. We really like to cater our parent education to your needs. So again, thank you for filling out the surveys. If you have any requests, please send them to ptiaokma@gmail.com. There is some talk about collaborating with the district and some community partners about moving this group forward. Maybe working with social and emotional director for the district, maybe working with the coalition, and possibly some BYA. So the bigger the better, the farther the reach. So we'll keep you updated on that. That is Health and Wellness. Any questions for Health and Wellness Committee? All right, Beautification Committee, Miss Christine.
Morning. Basically, the intent of this little committee is to increase the beauty of the exterior of the school and the functionality of it as well. One of the biggest things we're going to do, thanks to the Ting families solidifying the purchase of some trees, we're going to add some evergreens to the northwest side of the property. So as you're exiting the school, the barrier between the parking lot and the trees there that are often gray and a little depressing, we'll have some greenery there. That was suggested by our fearless leader, Dr. Smith, and I think it's going to look really good. So we're going to get an odd number, either 5 or 7 of the evergreens on that property there sometime in May. We're also going to be planting some flowers in the front as you're entering the school, right by the sign, and then do some spring cleanup as well around the building. The sign in front that's currently crooked, I know there's been a request to have Bloomfield Schools come and help us out with straightening that sign. I don't know about anybody else, but that really bugs me. A little anal, but so I don't know how quickly, obviously with this weather, they'll probably, I don't know, Dr. Smith, if you've heard anything in terms of the timeline for that.
I haven't, but we'll follow up.
Perfect. And then we're, just looking around the exterior of the school, the back area, which is so beautiful. We're going to get a couple of nets for the back, the basketball nets. The backboards look pretty good. I mean, they possibly could be painted. I don't know if that's something that the district could do, or, we could actually do that ourselves. They look pretty good, so I'm not sure if that's a huge need, but we were also thinking about around the basketball, there's two backboards, and then there's 4 squares. So what would be nice if there could be some lines painted around the court so the kids could play around the world. So for the 2 courts, and then also redo the 4 square courts, because that's such a nice area for the kids, especially given her current situation, it's even more important. So when I was talking to my daughter about it, she said possibly we could solidify maybe some kids that need community hours, like juniors and seniors need community hours. So if they would be interested in possibly painting that, I think that'd be a real nice update. So I'm going to look into trying to solidify that and what that takes. I also looked into getting kind of switching. Well, before I get into the sign, another recommendation my daughter had was some picnic tables, some round. She suggested round, which I thought that was interesting. Some picnic tables for the back area, maybe 6, so the kids can have lunch outside as well. I know they have the tables in front as well, but. And then when I was talking to Sue Ting about it, she said that's kind of on the agenda. Does anybody know anything about that? I don't know if that's been discussed before.
So as I can take that as part of our investigation into what to do with the windfall from the foundation funds, the IA has provided us with a wish list of a variety of items. One of those things was to put some tables on the northeast side of the building, which was like the corner just past the sign when you drop off, and putting some out there for the students to use as an outdoor class space. But we've also, now I'm hearing you say 6 in the back, so that would be like 10 tables, you know, and Dr. Smith and I had a conversation the other morning about what kind of tables to acquire so they would take less maintenance. So I'm currently working on that, and I can add those 6 tables into the 4 tables for the front, and, you know, start looking towards 10 tables. Now, our goal is really more to put that out to the general community. We're going to have a sponsor option that will give everybody the opportunity to purchase items that the school requires. And then they'll get a little plaque on that item that'll say donated by your last name family. And we're going to do that with a variety of items that the school needs first. So that will come through with that, and you and I can coordinate more if you have more items. I know you're working with Sue, so actually Sue and I will be coordinating those things. Any questions on that?
Nope, sounds good.
Cool.
And then lastly, you know, I was being a commuter school, when you look at our signs and the ability to communicate with the students and the parents, it's not that great. But so I looked into possibly getting an electronic sign out front so we could communicate things more effectively. And then when Dr. Smith said he thought that there was an ordinance that prohibited that, and I did look into that, and there is an ordinance that does prohibit that, unfortunately. So whether we try to get an exception or, you know, see if we can get a variance on that, I guess we would need to decide if that's something we should pursue or not. I'd be willing to do that, but I just feel I was involved with this at Avondale, and so we got digital signs for all the schools at Avondale, and I just feel it was a great update to the school, and hopefully we could do something as well. Otherwise, we have to do it manually, and I'm not sure that's something, I don't know. It's just a lot of work to maintain that manually, go out there and change the sign, especially in the winter, because I've done that. It's not too fun. So anyways, just something to think about. Like I'm willing to go and see if there's any changes that can be made. I mean, probably not, but I guess we could pursue it if you guys feel that there's merit to do that.
I guess I have a question, and I'm fairly new to the district too. Do other schools in the district have electric signs?
No.
No, they don't.
No.
Ooh, that seems like a big rock
Right.
to push up the hill, Christine.
Right. I know. And it's, like I said, I can go down that path a little bit and see how far I can go. It might be one of those ordinances that were in place for a long time and it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And they're willing to maybe revise it. I don't know. But she sent me the information to pursue that if I wanted to.
Well, sister, you are a get it done kind of girl, so I don't want to slow you down or discourage you from doing anything fantastic for the school as long as you don't burn out. Just don't burn out and quit. We need you, okay? So whatever you can do to sustain your energy.
Oh, you're so sweet. I just don't know the cost. I try to get some cost figures from Avondale and I haven't been able to get a hold of them. But it's not going to be cheap because you got to run obviously electricity out there and all that fun stuff. But
Hi, if I could interject, this is Deanne Dickerson. I'm in the district. The high school does have a digital sign. However, the middle schools and the elementary schools do not.
interesting. Huh. All right. Well, maybe I'll circle back and ask them why would that happen or how would that be possible?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's 2 high schools in the district, right? Ours and BHS. So yeah, I'd kind of use that angle, Christine.
Yeah.
I don't have any objections with you pursuing that. Anybody else? All right. Any other questions for Christine or Sue with the beautification committee? Okay, fantastic. I'm going to give a quick, and Steve, help me out here if I'm forgetting anything, a PTO council update. I wanted to give everyone a reminder that they are doing a district-wide multicultural celebration that will be on May 27th. Packets have been, you've been seeing them on our Facebook page and in the newsletter every week. It's a great event. People work all year long, and it's really about celebrating the diversity across the district. I think we have our Chinese American Club signed up to participate from the IA. And if any of your kids or any families would like to participate, it's not too late. And please join us. That will be May 27th for the Multicultural Committee. Any other PTOC's announcements, Steve, that you can think of? No? Okay, before we move on to new business, I just wanted to give a plug about some committee needs that we have. We are looking for to start a committee for an outdoor classroom. This is something that administration and teachers have talked about. A lot of the other schools in the district have it. So what we're doing is we'd like some parent involvement with rallying a committee, maybe to work as this a long-term project. We'd like to vet it, get some estimates. So if you're interested, again, please reach out to us at PTIA Without parent volunteers, we can't do it. So
and just to give a bit of perspective, so they know what we're talking about, there's been the suggestion that the students have requested an area that could be utilized as a classroom. The teachers have also said they would use it. It could be anywhere from a variety of 20 large stones that are laid out in an amphitheater style, all the way up to something that's a larger gazebo that has multiple picnic tables, that has a roof that could be weather resistant. So it really depends on figuring out cost effectiveness, how much we can get contributed, and then the location. And then coordinating with contractors or helpers and volunteers to get the project completed. The goal is to have that hopefully work through the summer so that by school beginning, we have that available to the teachers and students.
fantastic. I know that we have some rock star parents, and I don't know, get Christine on it. She'll get it done too.
I said yesterday, sorry.
Angel,
Yeah.
Angel, I'm just thinking if we're going to be forming an outdoor committee, I think they should work hand in hand with the beautification committee so that there might be some overlap there. So
Absolutely. Great suggestion. Thank you, Kristen. Ms. Fisher, were you going to say something?
Sorry, yeah. I was saying to Steve yesterday that I'm happy to participate or do it with another partner in crime. So if we just pile up some inputs and get it running together, I'm happy to do it with whoever is jumping in. I'm ready to go.
Does
any other school have this? Can we go and look at any school that has it?
that's part of the committee work, right? Like you rally the troops, who's interested, who can play, who has a passion for outdoor stuff, and then you guys work and report to executive board. And I think we have to vet it out. We have to figure out what do the kids want? What does IA want? What's the budget? What are some comparison classes? I know Dawn, her PTIA in Birmingham did one, and she has pictures. So it's just about rallying the troops and taking it offline and doing a little bit of work on the side. So
if you wanted to go look at it, if you wanted to go look at it, Harlan Elementary, which is on Adams Road between 16 and 17 in the back, they have the gazebo type with the picnic tables. You can see how that looks. And I believe Dr. Smith said Long Pine has the amphitheater style with the big rocks. And so you know how there's like a dip that goes down to the field? We were thinking of like kind of excavating that and making it a tiered seating area.
And hey, shout out to Jennifer Cook. Hey, Jennifer, she's Board of Education, also proud parent of her daughter, student IA. She just dropped the director of facilities. He's a newbie here. So I would encourage Ms. Fisher, if you're gonna form a committee, maybe work with him, bring him in the loop, and Christine Schmidt, there you go with your sign. So thank you all. It sounds like we're gonna get that up and running, and that's really exciting. We need this now more than ever because we got to be outside. So we'd love to see this up and running. Thank you all for throwing some volunteers our way. Also, Phil Skolansky has been a trooper for our website. He has just been plugging along. We throw so much stuff at him, especially since we've all gone virtual. We are going to lose him next year as a parent volunteer, and he would love to work with someone to kind of show him the ropes on how to keep our website updated. Please, if you are not able to do it, please help recruit and find someone to work with Phil. We really need that website. Phil, do you have anything that you'd like to say about that? I put him on the spot. We'll circle back around. Let me know, Phil.
Covered it there. It's not a big job. So I'd be more than happy to teach.
It's not a big job if you know how to do it.
Right?
I'll teach you.
Phil is a very kind and patient man. He's wonderful to work with. So please send us an email if you're interested. A couple other things, we do need volunteers, like Sarah said. These kids really deserve a great party, and that committee has worked so hard to get it up and running. Please help her finish it out. They can't do it alone either. So if you have a senior, know a senior parent, please encourage them. The sign up genius is in the packet and on the website and on social media.
And if I can interject there, so my understanding, being new to this whole system of the senior all-night party, is oftentimes, and maybe we need to transition back to this as we lost this as something that was done, but isn't it oftentimes junior families that put together and staff the all-night party because senior parents are busy that day with the graduation? In this case, it's not on the same day, but traditionally, I think that's how it's done.
I don't know.
I know at other high schools, but it hasn't been that way at the IA.
It's not. Okay. So I've heard from some people, yes, I've heard from some people, no. I think if it is on the same day, it does make sense that junior parents and students help make that happen for the senior parents. That way it's hey, last hurrah, we helped you out.
So I think what Steve's trying to say is any junior parents that want to volunteer that night, we don't discriminate. Y'all come and get it done. So I think
So what night are we talking about?
June 4th.
4th, yep.
Which is, I'm sorry, what day of the week?
Friday. It's Friday at 11 p.m. to Saturday morning, 3 a.m. at Lifetime Fitness.
All right, I'll do it if you do it.
Well, I think Sue Tang and I are going to be the chairs next year for senior all night party. So it'd be a good learning opportunity for us. So, but I think moving forward, we probably should kind of learn from other schools in the district and bring in junior parents along the way. So it's not such a new and difficult transition. I think that's a really good suggestion, Steve. Thank you for that. Also, we need more volunteers. So the Bowers Farm had sledding this. I'm moving on to new business now. Bowers Farm had a really awesome tubing experience, and you know, the director over there is really innovative, and we're trying as the PTOC council for the, you know, the IA, their building is part of the school district, and so PTOC councils, all the PTO presidents come together and we figure out what can we do to help families and students and staff throughout our school community. One of them was, you know, I think everyone has kind of become almost okay with being virtual. We don't really know how to reconnect and we're kind of struggling. So recommendations were made, say, well, where can we rally as a school? The farm was an option. So Alan had a great success with the sledding option. Usually you have to pay the farm to get into the farm, but he is going to waive that for Saturdays this summer. So the IA has a date available June 5th. And we've kind of set some feelers out to students. What would you like to do? I know that they have a ropes course there. We don't know if we could use it. So we have a meeting scheduled with Alan as a PTOC council on June 30th, or June 30th, woo, April 30th. And we're going to try to hammer out, you know, can we feed the animals? Can we do like a field day? Can we have a DJ? You know, we're going to try to figure that out. But we do need a committee to take that and run with it. It'd be nice to try to rally our students together and have just some giggles and some fun outside. So if you're interested in that, please let us know. We do need a committee to get that up and running. So parent feedback, student feedback, again, PTIA at okma.com. We talked about open day at the farm, the welcome back event. We also need another committee. So again, with the same theme of how do we reconnect as a school community, the PTOC is going to start a new tradition, which is a welcome back event. This is a district-wide event where all the elementaries, middle schools, and high schools will come together, kind of like a Friday Night Lights thing, the first home game. It'll be August 27th. And we're asking for committee members to be a part of that. We're going to meet maybe every other week before school gets out. And then we will have to meet, you know, several maybe occasions over the summer. So we're thinking, we don't really know what that looks like, but it's going to be kind of like a y'all come. Hopefully numbers are down, everyone's vaccinated, but it'll be, you know, marching band. And so I'd really be cool if we could feature some cool things about IA at that welcome back event. I know we have an awesome robotics team that has done some pretty cool things. So we're looking for a committee to do that. I think we have 1 or 2 parents that have stepped up to be a part of that welcome back event on August 27th. Please let us know if you are able to participate in that. Last item for new business is the Disrupt Racism Student Association Tri-Campus Parent Meeting. This is a student group. It's worked with administrators and across Tri-Campus. I think they've done a seminar. They've really done their due diligence, and what they're asking for is really buy-in from stakeholders. They want to help promote their mission and vision of ending racism within the school community and across Tri-Campus. So in order to do that, they'd really like to get some parent buy-in. They'd like to, one, explain what their mission is, and then ask us, you know, for buy-in. We're looking at that meeting for May 20th. As far as I know, they just want support and feedback. Is that how you understand it, Dr. Smith? Is there anything that you'd like to add about that parent meeting on May 20th?
No, I think you got it right. I think that, you know, I think the 2 big things are they want to share the work that they've done this year, and then, you know, they also you know, want to hear that feedback as well from the parent community about the work that they're doing.
What time, Angel, is that meeting?
May 20th. Oh gosh, I didn't write the time down. Dr. Smith, do you have the
No
time?
worries.
I put it on my phone. Hold on a second. What I've asked the students for is like a little flyer to start circulating that information.
4:30, Angel.
Thanks, Rania. Rania's on that committee with us too. Thanks, Rania. 4:30. So keep an eye out in the newsletter. Keep an eye out on our social media. These students blew us away. Ronnie and I met with them with all the administration staff. Margaret Schultz and Cornelius were pulled in, and they just blew me away. They are ready to rock and roll. I mean, their generation of social justice, we need them now more than ever. And they've just done a lot of great work, and please help support them and just show up for the meeting. They've really worked hard and they deserve a pat on the back. Anything else? Am I missing anything, Steve? No? Are there any questions moving forward? Any comments?
Dr. Smith, do we have final exams for the ninth graders?
So we do have final exams blocked beginning the last week of school, beginning on Tuesday. So hold on, 18th, 17th. So beginning on Tuesday, June 15th. And so Monday, June 14th is an A day. And then the exams run like this: Tuesday, B1 and B2, Wednesday, A1, A2, Thursday, B3, B4, and then Friday, A3, A4. Not every class will have a traditional final exam. A lot of them will just be finishing up work for the semester. There might be final presentations. It might just be a final class meeting to gather all assignments, finalize the course for the whole semester. But those periods are blocked off on those last 4 days of school. They're noon dismissals on each day. So each course has a 2-hour block each morning.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So just to clarify, Jen Cook and Usha, you're willing to help with the farm? Is that correct?
Yes.
Fantastic. Thanks, guys.
Sure, I can help with the farm.
Awesome. Any volunteers for the welcome back event? I think our first meeting is, or Dr. Smith, you think anybody from staff or anything? Our first meeting is the 26th for the welcome back event. That's Monday, and that's at 10 a.m. Dr. Smith, if anyone from IA wants to join in, that's okay with us too. Not that you guys aren't busy.
I can help with that. Did you get, is this Madonna?
Madonna Hughes. Welcome back event. Could you please?
You said on the 27th of, are you talking about like a planning meeting or the actual event?
No. April 26th at 10 a.m. is the welcome back. It's the kickoff. The actual welcome back event is August 27th.
Okay.
So April, so it's Monday at 10 o'clock?
Yes. If you, could you email could you email us at ptiaokma@gmail.com, and I'll make sure that you get a Zoom link, Miss Hughes.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
That's fantastic. Okay, our next PTIA meeting, oh Lord, Steve, it's in May. What day is it? It's senior panel. Hopefully they'll come back and give us the senior panel. But again, we'll post the recording when we get that up and running to our website of this meeting, and keep an eye out for our next meeting. I want to say May, is it May 20th?
May 19th.
May
7
19th.
p.m.
Awesome. So that one is in the evening. We will see everyone May 19th at 7. And again, thank you so much, everyone, for all your hard work. There is no way we could do any of this, particularly this year, without your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening and rest of your day. Bye, everybody.